Right at this moment, what I would like to talk about is the 10 vlog and 10-day challenge. Something that London Reels has mentioned on a video made me want to try this. I have tried it before, but I haven't done it very much. Talk about your passion and find your people and see what kind of product, if you can try to make a living from something that you're passionate about. And I really don't care about money per se. But I am hoping to start using my art for a living soon. I have one coloring book for adults that's a third of the way through. But when you're in the drywall business and you're working a lot of hours and you're running a business, you try to be on the job site 40 plus hours a week. You schedule the jobs for the next 2 weeks, month ahead. You have estimates to go on. You have to figure out bids. And just communicate with every phone call that comes in. Some days, like Thursday of last week, I started loading a van at 7. We left at 7:30 to go to a job site. I went to 3 different job sites. I had 3 guys on one that were hanging drywall. They hung about 100 board that day. I left there about a half a day, went to 2 other jobs, finished skimming out the last one at 7:45. I didn't leave there until after 8 because the people ordered a pizza, and I had a couple pieces, which I don't eat a lot of grains. It's not a habit I do because I'm predominantly paleo diet type person, but I do cheat here and there. Because to me, when it comes to diet, you don't want to make something so hard and fast rules that you get burnt out and it's no fun. Make it fun. Enjoy it. You gotta enjoy life. If you're not enjoying life to some extent, then you're not living. Just like me with the drywall business right now. I'm on a hamster wheel. And you're spinning on this hamster wheel so slow. The merry-go-round might be moving so fast you could stick down a foot on the ground and it may not do a lot of good. You may twist your ankle because it's going so fast. I mean, you can slow it down, and you have to. But if life is going by and you're working and you're working, you're so tired you barely can do your dishes, you barely can cook for yourself because you're eating out too much. The chores around the house don't get done. A lot of other goals get put on the back burner. You don't have much time to socialize with many people, whether it's a church thing or just good people, friends that you've had in the past, or whatever it may be. Hobbies, whatever. You find yourself, you're not living. You find yourself in a predicament. You could get into a depression over this easily. So, I'm at a point in my life where I've got to do something different. If you always do what you've always done, expect the same results. You should always do what you've always done and expect the same results. I'm at a crossroads right now when it comes to making a living. What I'm doing isn't working anymore. I'm getting to an age where my body physically gets so exhausted from the high production type drywall hustle bustle that a lot of times in the evening I'm vegetating, wasting too much time, not being very productive. And I'm not talking about enjoying yourself and drawing or relaxing and being informed by a video, but just plain not even caring about what's on your to-do list. If you tried, you wouldn't even be able to accomplish anything there. It's now you're defeating yourself, going against your what's beneficial for you. So I'm doing a little research right now. I'm hoping in a passive form of income to put out some coloring books. I want to do some other things with my art, but I'm debating and trying to start something that has to do with other passions of mine. And that may be health related, whether it be mental health or, the combination there, because you can't separate the mind and body. The body will affect the mind and the mind affects the body. All medicines, thousands of years, connected the two, except for modern Western medicine. They seem to think it's a totally separate deal. Doesn't make any sense. Your whole body, via the nervous system, the empathetic, the parasympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems touch and operate every function of your body, whether it's a little twitch in your pinky toe, or the feeling that your skin's crawling, or a headache, or when you hit your wrong nail, then the nail on the wall, drywall, with a hammer, you throb. Whether it's tension in the neck, or good feelings like being in love with someone and kissing them, whatever feelings you're feeling. Stress. Proven fact. Prolonged, it can really affect your physical health. You think of heart attacks and heart problems. People that are really stressful. I was doing work for a guy not too many years ago. He seemed to be someone who was going to blow a gasket just by talking to someone on the phone. That man had a number of heart attacks. That stress started with the way he thinks and views everything he's doing in his day-to-day life. So it became a physical problem. Fibromyalgia. Some of that, I believe, there's many, many variations of it, and I think that some of it's different in one person versus another, but some of that is stress built up over a long period of time through the nervous system, affecting parts of someone's body. People with anxiety and depression problems. I suffered it with it for years and years and years. I believe, like I've stated in other videos, toxicity is part of this pie chart culprit. But the thing I'm doing right now, where I'm starting to work too much again, isn't healthy on the mind. Slow down. Put the brakes on. Pause for a second. 40 years is that. Do what you gotta do to calm the mind down. Thankfully, I found Dr. Siegel. He's got a therapy that can pull out toxicity. And predominantly what I was concerned about was neurotoxins. Because I think it complicates and magnifies mental illness. Just like with autism, I think some people are more susceptible for being autistic than others. But toxicity in the brain, predominantly heavy metals, which are in some shots that are told to be given, and people get ostracized, said they're going to get in trouble, losing their kids or whatever, if they don't follow this. Back in the 70s, when I was a kid, the mid 70s to early 80s, you didn't have to do this, and there was no autism, barely little. It's not that it wasn't noticed, it just wasn't there. Look at the statistics. And if anyone's old enough, they could observe what schools they went to. I went to 3 different high schools, and 3 different high schools in 3 different states. And I was around many different people from, Michigan to the Carolinas to Ohio to Illinois, but there was not a lot of obesity in the 70s or early 80s, and there was not a lot of autism in schools. In fact, very, very little obesity or autism. I mean, there's other things. I'm just mentioning those two, just to state facts right off the top of the... Now, what's going on with our world today? Why is there obesity and why is there autism? The predominance of it. There's 2 and 2 equals 4, so you got to do the homework and see what are they doing now? What are we eating, or what are we getting shot into our arms now that's different than ever before? I'm going to see if this works. I don't know if I'm going to publish it, but this is my rant. And I made a commitment about 10 blogs in 10 days. And I'm not real comfortable about this, but I would love to get, even though I'm an artist, I really truly feel I would help people more with mental illness than anything else. That's my passion. Because it pains me severely on a core level, deep, deep down inside, to see people's lives destroyed or ruined, or never being fully productive, or having to be on disability for the rest of their life, or some type of assistance, never reaching their full potential. because they have foggy brain, they're bedridden from depression, they have panic attacks every time they leave their house, and it's not their fault. People look at them odd, or they feel like they're being looked at odd, or someone doesn't understand them because they don't have a broken arm or measles all over their face, so they don't think it's real if they can't see it. I feel the pain. I get it. I lived it for 35 some odd years, maybe 38 years. It's only been 10 years that I've been what's gonna bother me? Somewhat free from it, but I'm not fully cured. But I've seen some dramatic improvement and dramatic change, enough that it's a game changer in my life. So if I can stumble across this, and hopefully someone can find it out 10 years earlier than I had to. You don't want to wait till you're 50 years old and maybe enjoy another 15, 20, whatever years. I mean, you start not being as productive and enjoying life as much sometimes when you're past 70. I mean, you're full of a lot of aches and pains, and whether or not you're on tons of medication from a doctor, because I don't think that's a good idea, it's best to find it out early on. If someone can find these things out when they're 20 years old, look at what life they can live. They got a full life ahead of them to accomplish anything, do anything, be anything they want to be. So, from here on out, I mean, this is the first day of the rest of my life. So I'm glad I found this out now. But I really believe there's more than one cure for mental illness. And I would like to go into depth about this more, tell people all the things they can do, but I think it starts with toxicity. And that's getting toxins out on a cellular level. And there's only one best form of it. There's other ways of doing it, but I'm not so sure that any of those ways are safe fully. Like zeolite, I'm not thoroughly convinced about it right now that it may I think I swallowed a fly. I don't know why it wanted to go inside my mouth. Anyway, that's enough for now.